Hey, Anne, thank you for your comments. It was doing the night shift. Drowsy driving was labor of love research because it affects me too. It did affect me. It still does, except it's not nighttime drowsiness, it's morning drowsiness driving. Anyway, I digress. Your question was that you wondered if having the interviewers be male and the interviewees be primarily female, if that would affect the study. In my subjective opinion, I mean, you can always say maybe, right? Like, it wasn't a sensitive topic as far as like embarrassing or private, issue. So, of course, like you can say yes, anything can produce biases, right? So that is something to consider. You also mentioned, which I originally mentioned, that there was a lot of more Asian descent interviewees, participants, than Caucasian, which again is different than the nurse population. It was inversely proportional. And so you wondered if that made a difference. Again, I could say, yeah, it could. In my head, I had this scenario that I was thinking like one person talks to another person on your unit and says, hey, let's do this study. So like I remember working and we had a lot of, I want to say, gosh, what was it? It was foreign country nurses. Before traveling was a thing, and they would come over to the United States to work and make good money. And when you saw one of these nurses from, gosh, I wish I could remember, was it Portugal? I'm not sure. But anyway, when you saw one of these nurses, you saw 2 or 3 of them working on the unit because they would tell their friends, hey, come work on this unit. And so in my head, I kind of pictured like one of the Asian nurses that was working at this large urban Texas hospital was working with a friend and said, hey, I'm doing this study. Why don't you do it too? And they got another friend and they got another friend. And so there was a lot of people from that descent that was doing it. And again, with that skew results, quite possibly. Yeah. So thank you for taking the time to reply to my article. And that's it. Have a great day.